welcome back to my channel, and I am here today to discuss about channel, and I'm back here today to talk about a very important aspect of any kind of physical activity, whether it is workout, yoga, swimming, cycling, running or anything, and that is rest period. Yes, and that is also called as recovery period. चलिए शुरू करते हैं अपने एनर्जी को थोड़ा कंट्रोल करते हुए मुद्दे की बात. ना मुद्दे की बात ये है कि I see a lot of people getting into fitness these days, which is the best part, but I also see those people doing a very big mistake of their life by working out or doing any kind of physical activity for 7 days in a week, and they are over enthusiastic about it. Like every day they will go either for running or cycling or yoga or gymming or what not. And I don't know where they got this information from. I'm really scared that if you guys are doing that, it's not gonna work. It is not gonna work, guys. So I'm not an expert here, and I cannot give you any information in terms of what type of body you have and what kind of workout you should do. What I can give you is my experience and share those experiences with you so that you can extract something out of it and make use of it. Now, I have been working out from a long time and discussing about it in my previous videos also, that it's been almost 15 years or probably more than that I have been into workout and any form of physical activity, because I love it. I always was a kid who used to participate in sports activities and stuff like that in school. So I was always inclined towards fitness. Now, because of that, I'm still doing it. I will probably do it until I die. So let's go back to the basics. Now, it is not necessary that you guys should work out 7 days in a week. In fact, it is very dangerous. Yes, if you work out every day, you might have some kind of injury which you will not even realize sometimes. You will be feeling fatigued all the time. There'll be a lot of muscle soreness, and I don't know what all, right? So please educate yourself. This is what I'm trying to say, that educate yourself. Even if you are over enthusiastic about it and you really want to do it every day, and you have a lot of energy to go out there and go running and do 10 different things, but center yourself, and focus which are the physical activities you should go for. Your body type will give effect only when you are doing the right kind of exercises. And now, for that, if you need a trainer, go hire a trainer. If you cannot afford a trainer, there's so much of information available on YouTube, guys. It's a proven fact that if you work out every day, and especially if you're doing the same kind of workout every day, your body will stop reacting and it won't show the kind of result that you're looking for. So a lot of times you see that people are, even after doing things every day, they do not lose the kind of fat they should, and there is no weight loss and there is no effect on their body. You don't see any change, and they do it for months and months, and imagine the kind of effort they're putting, and if you don't get the results after that, oh my god, it's such a failure. It's such a failure. And I do not want people to go ahead like that, because it's just blindly following something which you don't even have any idea about. I mean, I have educated myself from past 15-16 years now, and when there was no YouTube, I used to read a lot of books, or maybe I used to ask a lot of people. If I used to see that there's a person who is a trainer, or some he or she is associated with any kind of physical activity or sports activity, I always used to go and strike a conversation with them and ask them some questions. Maybe you will sound stupid in the beginning, and they'll say, oh, in this world, in today's world, when there is everybody who's so knowledgeable about fitness and things like that, this person comes with so many stupid questions. But when I say this, you should go out there and ask people who are the expert of fitness. I'm not telling you to go out there and make fun of yourself, but I'm just trying to tell you, and I'm just trying to motivate you to go and ask them questions. It's okay to be to look like a stupid person once, than being stupid for the entire life, guys. I mean, come on. Just explore fitness, explore how you go and explore other things in life. Please do this. Please do some research. I try to gather information from all across the world, and it really helps me, because I love to listen to those people who have like degrees in this industry, the fitness industry, and they have slogged their ass off. Come on, the level of fitness I see all across the globe, it's just amazing. And there is no harm. What happens, I've seen a lot of people also doing one thing, that the moment they start working out, they become some expert. They think that they are self-proclaimed experts, and they start giving gyan. They start telling people what to do or what not to do. Stop doing that if you're doing that. So let's talk about the thing that we are here for, and that is rest period, which is also called as the recovery period. By and large, there are two types of recovery period. One is active recovery period, and the second one is inactive recovery period. Now, before I start to explain you what these types of recovery period means, I just want to tell you one thing, that resting period is the time when you actually burn fat, and it's not while you're working out. So a lot of people think that going mad, going crazy about workout, and gymming for 2 hours and 3 hours will burn more fat and things like that. I don't think that's true, because proper form of workout and doing it for 1.5 hours is more than enough. I don't think you need more than that. And coming back to what we are talking about, rest period, that is the time when you actually burn your fat. So if you have heard anywhere that while working out, while doing the squats, you're burning anything, you are actually not burning it. Okay, now let's start with the types of recovery period. One is active. Now, active recovery period is a period where you are not doing the usual workout routine, which is 1.5 hour of workout routine, but you're keeping yourself active. Like, for example, you worked out 2 days or 3 days in one go, and then you take a break for 1 day, but that whole day rest is not happening. What you're doing is you probably are going for a half-an-hour walk, or you're doing a lot of household work, so you're anyway being a little more active. So that is active recovery period. There is something that is called as inactive recovery period, where you, as the literal meaning would be, inactive recovery period, you are resting throughout the day, apart from the household work or anything that you're doing outside. you're actually not doing any kind of workout or exercise sort of activity. So you're basically taking the rest as rest day. The whole day you're resting and you're not doing any form of exercise, right? Some people take a rest for at least 2 to 3 days before they start the next routine. So I don't know if I made it very clear, but basically you take the rest day as the rest day. You recover, you leave your body to itself and let it heal. What we forget to do is we do not let our body heal. You know, sometimes our body gives a lot of signs that, you know, there's a lot of muscle soreness, there's a lot of fatigue. You guys should listen to that. The body gives a lot of signs. When it says that I want to rest, give it the rest it requires. It is not the time when you work out. If you think that everyday workout will give you the kind of result that you are looking for, that is not going to happen, guys. You mark my words, because it's been my experience, and I've seen a lot of my friends doing the same kind of mistake, and you know, they should just stop. So yes, we've covered a very important part of very important aspect of any kind of physical activity today, which is recovery period. And you guys should give yourself time, your body that time to recover from that pain, because when we are working out, we are actually giving pain to our body. And you have to understand that any kind of pain, whether it is physical, like if you have pain inside, how you let it heal. You take you know, those meditation classes, you go for these therapies, you just relax and you sip a glass of wine, and you know, try to do as many things as you can to make your mind heal and relax. Similarly, we have to give our body, after a painful workout, a good number of days to recover, to just heal. And now, with respect to the recovery period, I want to tell you one more very important thing that we keep forgetting, you know, while we are resting, and that is taking a high protein diet when it comes to your fitness routine. So while you're recovering, you know, you have to go for a high protein diet, because it repairs the muscle, it repairs the tissue. Not taking a high protein diet, I don't think you're doing any good to your body. So here we come to the end of this video, and let's do a quick recap, and that is, anything in excess is bad, and we all have heard that from our childhood. So even exercise, if you're doing it too much and going crazy, it's not good, guys. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is take high protein diet. That doesn't mean you just start having like 8 eggs, 10 eggs. Girls especially, please do not do that mistake. Go ask some nutritionist according to your body type. They will prescribe. No, they will suggest the kind of food that you should go for. Number three is recovery period. That is why we were here. Let's not forget that. The number of days your body needs, give it to your body, please. So the recovery period is very important. Whether you like active recovery period or you like inactive recovery period, it is okay. It's up to you. You have to decide your own recovery period according to your body type and how much you can take of a workout routine. Number four would be, have a hearty meal, guys. Enjoy life. Don't restrict yourself from eating ice creams and chocolates and this and that, unless you have a severe medical condition like a diabetes or something like that. Then please take care of that. No you know, going crazy on chocolates and sweets and stuff like that. But if you're normal, your body doesn't have too many issues, have a hearty meal, have a healthy meal. It should be like, you know, proper dal, chawal, sabzi, chicken, fish, eggs, salad, curd, everything that's like, you know, we all Indians have been eating from our childhood. Number five is do the right kind of research according to your body type, according to what you can take and what you cannot take. And go out there. There are a lot of people who will educate you. Don't restrict yourself, and just be open for education. Number six is the most important thing, and that is the last thing that I'm covering, and that is listen to your body. Please listen to your body. If you have a lot of muscle soreness, if you're feeling fatigued all the time, go for some vitamins. Go to your family doctor and ask them you're feeling this way and what supplements you should take. But do not take any kind of supplement without asking a proper doctor or your own family doctor. And please listen to your body. If it is too sore, please do not work out. Rest, give it that rest, and go for a good massage. And finally, we are done with this important video that I wanted to do from a long time, and I have done that. I've nailed it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you like my video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel, and I'll keep sharing such experience with you guys because I love you all. So go, until then, work out as much as you want. No, please don't do